Welcome to the After Show, the show where we bring it to you raw and real about your favorite mainstream and reality TV shows and the actors we love or love to hate. Tonight, we'll be talking about Tyler Perry's The Have and Have Not. Yeah, and we have a lot, a whole lot to say about this. But before we get into that, let me introduce you to the guy on the couch tonight. Guy number 2, say hello to the people.
Hi, everybody. I'm guy number 2. Pull up and have a seat, because you're in for a real good treat.
A real good treat. And here to give us the female perspective is Chris from Tennessee. Chris, say hello to the people.
Hi, everyone. I'm Chris in Tennessee, and I have the female perspective.
Yes, she does. And as you know, I'm your host, CC Cowan, the talk of New York. And we're about to break this thing down for you. Are you guys ready?
Ready.
Let's go.
Let's go. All right, you guys, we are back with another incredible episode of The After Show, the show that's keeping you guys entertained and informed about all of your favorite mainstream and reality TV shows and the actors you love or love to hate. We just got finished wrapping up an incredible interview with Robert Craighead, a.k.a. Sheriff Mobley from Tyler Perry's Too Close to Home. Wasn't it an incredible interview, you guys?
It was great.
It was incredible. It was awesome.
Awesome interview. He's an amazing actor, and even more amazing when you have a chance to sit down and talk to him. I mean, that personality and that comedic spirit is just awesome. God bless him. God bless him. We thank him for joining us on the After Show. But look, let's talk about the hurricane that blew through another show that Tyler Perry has brilliantly delivered to us, The Have and Have Not, Season 4, Episode 6, called Hurricane Offshore. Hurricane Offshore. Guy number 2, weigh in, opening scene. Veronica is at the door when Erica opens the door to put the flowers out that she thought that David had delivered to her. She opens her hotel door and she finds Veronica standing there. Weigh in.
Erica finds herself in the middle of Kansas, and she's now suddenly Dorothy. The first thing Veronica showed up at the door, okay? She's not just knocking, she's coming in, and she's going to have a seat. She's going to let you know exactly where she's coming from and how it's going to go down. So when I tell you it was one of the most riveting scenes thus far between these two, it only leads to the fact that there's going to be even more explosive scenes that we have yet to look forward to. So I cannot wait to see this and how it's going to unfold.
Oh, my gosh. I love that. You say she is Dorothy in the middle of Kansas. She is. And that Veronica rolled in like Reed Ghost. It was very... Look, I was on the edge of the... I was sitting on the edge of the chair. I was like, close the door, Dorothy, close the door. A mess and a half. Chris, what do you think about the opening scene for this week's episode, The Have and Have Nots?
I think that if Veronica would have just went ahead and took her out, it would have saved Candace a lot of heartache later. I thought for sure Veronica was just going to take her right then. I really, really did. But I just don't understand why Veronica is so mad, because she don't want David. Why is she? I'm confused as to why. I don't know.
Well, wait a minute. What I love about Chris, as she gives us the female perspective, is that she's straight to the point. Take her out. I want Veronica to take her out.
Right.
No talking, no threatening, just do it.
Well, Right, why give us a chance to get attached to this character that they're going to kill off anyway? She's not needed. She's mean and evil. Just get rid of her now.
But here's the thing, you guys, because this is emotional for me. You know, this is a big deal for me because I really loved Erica. You know, at one point, I was able to believe that Candace had someone that was genuinely her friend, that genuinely knew what she was going through, what she had been through, and was kind of in the same earth space with her. You know what I mean? I thought they were ride-or-die chicks. And now to find out that, you know, she's been playing her. Well, we don't know for sure, but I mean, we don't, you know, we're not blind. We can see that she's being underhanded, and you know, I think that she's leading war right to Candace. I think she's been playing around with war behind Candace's back and plotting with him against Candace. So it's sad for me to see that now Candace is going to have to take her out, but I'm very excited. You know, I'm waiting to see who's going to be the first one to take her out. Will it be David when he finds out that she's, you know, playing on him? You know, that she's trying to mock him? Will it be Candace because she realizes that Erica has betrayed her? Will it be War because Erica has not pulled her, you know, she hasn't pulled her weight when it comes to, you know, giving him enough information about Candace? You know, who will it be? Or will it be Veronica, the Hurricane? Who do you think is going to be guy number 2?
I don't know. It's such a race to the finish line. I think, you know, Erica, I don't know. Let's just leave it open because I honestly don't know. It can go in so many different directions. It really can. So, I don't know.
Chris, who do you believe is going to take her down? I know you wanted Veronica to do it, but who do you believe is going to take Erica down?
Yeah, I think it'll be War.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Because he evil and turn on you real quick if he don't get his way.
That is true. That is true. But look, since you said that, do you think that War and Candace are through? Do you think that's done?
I'm not. I think War has it out for Candace. I don't think War is loyal to anybody if he thinks there's any betrayal at all. I don't think he'll ever trust Candace again.
So he has to die. He has to die then.
Oh, definitely. She'll never be safe as long as he's breathing.
Wow.
And that's true.
Well, that's a mess because that means her whole life is just, you know, spent running from men who she thought she could trust, who turn around and want to kill her. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, Quincy, War, Jim, even Jim.
Yes, Jim's after her too.
Okay, look. So Veronica's now at the door, right?
Right.
She introduces herself to. No, she didn't even introduce herself. She
knew who she was.
Who she was. She walked into the room. Erica didn't invite her in. She walks into the room, and then she calls her a number. Which is, you know, that's Kyla's thing with his characters. You know, Catherine said Jim had a few numbers, number 8, number 9, and number 12, and number 22. So, and she goes into the room, and she immediately starts off with the insults. Now, I don't know about you, guy number 2. I don't know about you, Chris. But this episode here, Veronica delivered the lines of life. I mean, every line was immaculately fit, and she served it. Fire.
Yeah, it was everything. Yeah.
Give me a line, if you can remember, guy number 2, that Veronica gave between last episode and this episode that was just complete fire for you.
Oh God, she said so many great things. One of the most powerful ones was in reference to her being the hurricane. I think she was brilliant with that. She says so much stuff. I get so caught up in her because I love her so much.
Give us one line.
I can't think of one off the top of my head.
I'll make it easy for you. Between last week's episode and this week. So last week she was sitting down with Candace and Jeffrey. So she had lines there. She had lines this time. What about, while you think about that, what about you, Chris? Do you remember anything that she said that kind of really sat on your chest?
Oh, well, that's so hard for me because I'm stuck on two different ones.
Okay.
The Thomas Dillon, anything back to him I love. So the I Will Not Go Quietly, that was beautiful.
Yeah.
And then the beige comment was fire. Where she's on the phone and she's saying to David, you went to a white chick, now you're working your way back, now you have a beige chick, now you're working your way back. It reminded me of some of Tyler Perry's other stuff where he was talking about, where'd you find you a nice fall man this time of year, a red man this time of year. I love it had me dying. It was too funny.
Her fashion comment. Her fashion comment was the best when she was dealing with Candace sitting at that table, and she looked down at the floor, and she was like, "What are those?"
Oh, shoot!
That was good.
That was awful. It was awful talking about her knockoff.
She did.
That
She
was
did.
good.
Amazing lines she delivered. One for me was last week's episode when she said, she said, "Girl, sit down before you mess with these people. Good marble with those. What are those?" Another one from last week. She said, "Your knockoffs are making my original sneeze."
Right.
That was
Right.
done. I was done. I was done. The idea of clothes sneezing. You can just imagine, when you close your closet or you push in your dressing drawer, the clothes are at odds. Don't touch me, knock off. Oh, please, you bougie. Funny. Veronica is my girl. So much so, you guys, that my mom, I watch the show every week with my mom. We've been doing this for a while now, since last year. But my mom now loves Veronica. Last week she's like, "Oh, Veronica is my girl." She's on the phone talking to other friends and family members who watch the show. "Oh yeah, Veronica is my girl." And I'm like, "Now wait a minute."
No, not Mom.
Yes, but a couple of weeks ago,
Mom loves her too. Oh my God, what are you doing?
Chris, 2 weeks ago.
Come back, Mom. She's evil, Mom.
2 weeks ago, she was in love with Catherine. Catherine could do no wrong. Catherine was chasing Veronica around the house with the butcher knife, and she was rooting for Catherine. Amazing. So look, guys, let's talk about the fact that David was on the phone, when Veronica arrived. Did you guys hear the desperation and the concern and the horror in David's voice when
he's falling for her? He's falling for her. Yeah. Sucker.
But Chris, look, did he have a genuine reason to be concerned? Like, did he really think that she was going to do something in that?
Oh my God,
hotel?
yeah.
Yeah.
His wife's crazy.
But I'm saying, you guys, in such a large space, that large hotel, people see her coming and going. Did you think that David really believed that she would do something in the public like that, openly?
She blew that. Remember, she blew that woman up in front of the cops.
But she didn't pull the trigger. She didn't do anything.
She blew that woman up with the cops, and the cops was there with her. Veronica crazy.
Oh my God.
If you ever have Veronica on the show, I'm not on it that day. Don't have me on the show with Veronica. I don't trust her. She crazy.
I think my girl is so cool, and I think she really delivered, a good warning, to Erica. Like, you better think twice, because I'm a hurricane. When I hit, here's the thing, you guys, because she asked her, "Do you think you can handle me?" And Erica said yes. Erica said, yes, I can handle her, is what she told David. I can handle her. Don't worry about it. I got it.
She young and dumb. She young and dumb.
Well, here's the thing, you guys. Here's the thing. Candace had a conversation with Erica after all of this and big interaction with Veronica, and she let her know that she had actually met David's wife. Now, Candace warned her, stay away from her. She's dangerous. Now, I don't know. Candace is the bad bee. It's been stated and it's been proven. She's the bad bee on the show. Now, if she's telling Erica, stay away from her, she's dangerous, wouldn't it make sense for Erica to kind of heed that warning? What do you think got him to?
Oh, yeah, she definitely needs to heed to that warning. I mean, come on. Kidding me?
I think it's too late. I don't think Veronica was warning her. I think Veronica was saying, I got you. Might not be today, but I got you. I think it's too late for her. I think War will be the one to kill her, but I think Veronica will try.
Okay. Yeah, she's crazy enough to try us.
Yeah, I mean, David handsome, but he ain't worth dying for. I'm just saying.
Now wait a minute. Now many would beg to differ.
Well, let him go ahead. When I talk to him on Twitter, I'm very cautious of what I say, and that's in real life. Veronica's crazy.
I love it. All right, so let me ask you this. Let me ask you this question, Chris. You know, David is. You said he's good looking, but he ain't worth dying for. You know, he's a rich man, Southern man. He's charming. You know, he's built like a 20-something-year-old. You know, he's in with all of the power players. You know, and so you're telling me, and you want me and guy number 2 to believe that if you had an opportunity to date or, you know, be courted by someone like David, you would not.
Oh, if it's the same situation it is on the show, no, absolutely not. No, I ain't trying to die. No. No. Give me somebody like Benny. He don't have no woman. He could fix a car. He ain't got no money. I ain't got to worry about it. I'll take that any day. I don't want no headache.
You are a rarity. You just said that you would prefer to have a man that has no woman, no money, no car, and you take that, and then you'll be fine with that.
Listen, I got a car break down. I need somebody to fix it. We know he know how to work on cars. And he's hot. I'll take Benny. Give me Benny. And I like his mama.
Well, what's the use of him fixing your car if he can't even put gas in it? Because Benny ain't got no money.
I know how to go to work. I can get a job. It ain't like I can't work.
Oh, you're an independent woman. You Beyonce.
Oh.
No. I just believe that it takes 2 people to run a family, and if you and God ain't gonna give you somebody else's husband. That man is still married. You need to stay out of the way until he's completely divorced. And his wife's crazy. I ain't trying to get killed over no man. No. All the money in the world ain't gonna do me no good if I'm dead.
Well, Chris, you better be careful what you say here on the after show, and I'll tell you why. Because our listeners from all over will be hunting you down. You know, the men that don't have no jobs and no car, and they say you saying that you would take them just like that. You know,
wait, everybody, I'm married. I'm married, everybody. Let me be clear, I'm married, and I've been married 16 years, and I put my husband through school, and now I'm a stay-at-home mom. So I couldn't do you no good right now. But I did work. I worked 2 jobs and put him through school.
Well, you sound like a Tyler Perry character. Because, you know, all the Tyler Perry characters, you know, are married, and they put their husband through school, and they work 2 jobs. Yeah,
I did that. I did it, and it turned out okay.
Wow, I love it. You got a sister?
Unfortunately, I am a Tyler Perry character because my sister is a drug addict. So you can have her if you want her.
I don't want that one. I don't want that one.
She's in Chicago. You can have her if you want her.
No, you can have that one back. Put that one back in the bag. I want the one that's going to pay for school. I think I want to be a doctor.
Oh, okay. Well, come on.
I want to go to med school. Look, and guy number two, I plan to be in school for a number of years. Where's your sister? Okay. Okay, let's move right along over here, you guys, and let's talk about not sisters but brothers. Let's talk about Benny. Let's talk about Benny because last we saw Benny. Benny was being choked out by 3 officers and dragged off and put into the police car, and he is being taken off to jail. What do you think is going to happen with Benjamin? Guy number 2, weigh in.
I think Benny's, of course, going to be able to get out of his situation, but I know he's definitely going to be going after war. You know, he's already snatching Candace up, bringing her back to the hotel, and you know, he's going to do his best to protect her because he's going to try to be, you know, the big little brother and make sure that things get wrapped up tight. But he's definitely going to be chasing after war, and he's definitely going to try to handle his business as best he can because now he feels like he's the man. He has to stand up for his family. So I definitely see him doing that.
Okay. What about you, Chris? Weigh in.
Well, I'm hoping that war gets taken care of before Benny gets out of jail. That's what I'm hoping for. Now, we both know that won't be the case, but that's what I'm hoping for.
Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. Benny will actually stay in jail for a little bit, at least until the situation with war is resolved. You know what I mean? We already saw him attack Quincy, and we saw what that meant.
Right.
Quincy, however, was able to, you know, crawl away like a one-legged gecko and get away. But you know, to see Benny, you know, have a situation with War, who's very, you know, War is dastardly. That's a menace to society, that War. And for him to go, you know, head-to-head, toe-to-toe with Benny, Benny could really end up getting hurt. What I think we don't want to see, at least I don't want to see, I don't need to see Benny back in the hospital. That's what I don't want to see.
Oh, no, definitely not. We don't need to see that.
I can't take another episode of Hannah on her knees. Lord.
Stop
Jesus,
it. Stop
I can't
it.
take it. I can't take no more Hannah doing that now. Enough of Hannah with that.
Shame on you.
I don't want to listen. I love the Lord, but I don't love Hannah on her knees. Every episode screaming and crying and carrying on. Done with that. So I hope they keep Benny in jail and that they allow someone else to deal with War. You know who I want it to be, you guys?
The Italian guy.
Who, Mitch? No, not Mitch. Well, yeah, if Mitch did it, it would be cool. I want it to be Oscar.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
Definitely.
That's because you want them back together, him and Candace.
I would love that.
All right, can I ask you a question now, seriously?
Yes, you can ask me a question, Chris.
Me and you've been friends a while on Twitter, and I'm just wondering why you like these crazy women so much. You love the crazy ones. You are like ride or die Veronica and Candace, and you know Candace bad. She's just bad.
You know, I think what it is for me is that I love strength. I'm attracted to strength. And I don't care who it is. I like strength. Not necessarily power, but strength. You know what I'm saying? So
where's Mom? You just like evil. Where's Mom?
Oh, my God.
No, I don't like evil. I like strength. And Veronica shows her strength through her coolness. You know, she's very cool. And she's very
crazy is cool.
And that's,
she's a bag of crazy.
Well, there's been other crazy people on these shows. You know, I'll tell you who was crazy, but who wasn't cool.
Okay,
that burrito that got sent back to the taco shop. What was that?
Oh, the maid. You're talking about
the maid. Celine.
Oh yeah, she was tough.
She was crazy, but she wasn't cool.
Yeah, she was touched in the head. She wasn't right.
That daughter was literally crazy, but she wasn't cool. Veronica holds her stuff together. And as much as they try to knock her off of her pedestal, She's like, I will not be moved. You see what she told Catherine before she kicked Catherine downstairs? Catherine said, you're going to die. And what she said, I will not die today.
Right. And Catherine has lost it.
Catherine has lost it. And I like Catherine, but Catherine, and I like it because now we're seeing the strength of Catherine, right? We're seeing that. I love that. But Catherine wasn't cool with it. She was cool when okay, let me give you an example of what I mean, you guys. You can get a real good picture of this, Chris. If Catherine, when she shot Jennifer and she walked off and she tossed the gun and she walked up and turned that flower pot and fixed it and headed upstairs, now that was crazy and cool. I would have loved her because I was loving that moment. At that moment, she was on the level of Veronica. But then she came back with the butcher knife. She's running around the house. She's getting kicked downstairs. She's crazy. She's not cool. Didn't like that. Didn't like that.
Right.
So there's the difference.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Okay? Let's talk about somebody else who's crazy and not cool. Is that Jeffrey?
You don't like Jeffrey?
I do not like Jeffrey. No, I don't. No, I don't. So I want to ask you guys this, because Wyatt is over here now. We see Wyatt held up in his loft by Keita and her henchmen, and they're rolling around in Wyatt's bed. And Jeffrey is God knows where. God knows where. Where is Jeffrey, you guys? Got him to where's Jeffrey?
Jeffrey's on his way to go see Justin. They get in the hotel room. Why? Well, I don't know. That's where he's on his way to. He's definitely not with Wyatt. Okay.
So, in the midst of all the tragedy and all of the chaos and all of the stuff that's going on, all of the wind blowing from Hurricane Veronica and all the other stuff that's going on, he has time to go see his boyfriend in a hotel.
Make a break. Afternoon delight. Make it happen.
Okay, so is the reason that you don't, does it matter that Jeffrey's gay, or is he just not cool, period? Like, you don't care that he's gay,
no,
you just don't think it's cool.
I don't think it's cool. I think it's too whiny. Again, I'm not attracted to strength at any level, whether it's reading it in a book.
He's kind of soft.
Yeah, he's very soft. I'm attracted to strength. So whether I'm reading it in a book, whether I'm watching it on television, whether it's in person, whether it's in business, I don't care what it is. I like strength. Even furniture. When I pick out furniture, I like strong furniture. It can be beautiful and it can be whatever, stylish, but it has to have a strong appeal to it. And Jeffrey just doesn't have a strong appeal. It has nothing to do with him being gay.
I think he did a horrible. I don't like the way that he presents himself as a gay man and then presents such weakness to depend on Candace so much. I think that it wasn't a good. If they were going to have a gay character, it should have been a stronger man.
Well, here's what I think would be the conflict there, Chris, is if they did something different with him. Let's see how that would knock out some of the other players around him, right? So what we normally see stereotypically of some gay men, or at least the ones we see on television, they're usually very flamboyant, snapping of the fingers, rolling up the neck, very defensive, and they're ready to, to spar with you, at least verbally, because they've been raised and always had to be on the defense growing up, and so they learn to be sharp-tongued as a defense mechanism, right? So if you have Candace being sharp-tongued, Veronica being sharp-tongued, Jim being sharp-tongued, and now you got him being sharp-tongued, it kind of doesn't fit. So I understand where Tyler might have been going with this character, with Jeffrey. I just think what Jeffrey is lacking, and not that the character needs to change. Listen, this show here is about who we love and love to hate. So I love to hate Jeffrey. You understand what I'm saying? I love to hate him. He's doing a perfectly good job of being the person you love to hate on the show. I hate him. I hate that character.
I don't hate him. I just think he needs a very strong husband, and he'll be okay.
And he's about to get one.
Well, no, because you can't have somebody else's husband. That dude's already married.
Have you seen that? Have you seen that hag of a wife? That wife is a hag.
Well, okay, look, you got me.
And she's older than Justin. No wonder he's cheating with men.
Right.
Guy number two. Look, if I was married to her, baby.
Shame on you.
Baby, if I was married to a woman that looked like that every weekend, we'd be out. I'd drag her to the karaoke bar, and I would get up there and I would get on stage and sing all the Village People songs. All of the Village People songs. I'd be up there, macho, man. So it was.
That's awful. Is Mom listening to you right now? That's horrible.
She absolutely isn't. Now let's talk about something else. Let's talk about something else that's horrible, you guys. That's horrible. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So what I find horrible is the way that Catherine is treating Jim. Now that Jim has cleaned up her mess, she wants Jim out. Get out. It's all your fault. Everything is your fault. Get out. I think it's horrible. I think she needs to pull back a little bit and realize that, they are the ace of diamond and the queen of diamonds. And they just need to, just kind of be. Just coexist. Nobody else wants Catherine. Nobody wants Catherine. And, Jim don't want nobody else permanently. Anybody else that Jim would get with would just be a fix for the night. He wants her permanently. So do you believe that there's some love there or not? Guy number 2, what do you think?
I definitely think that they love each other, but since, Catherine's on this, 4 beers short of a 6-pack crazy right now, she's not thinking very clearly, and she's kind of giving Jim like the just get away from me type of response. But I think what she really snaps back into it, because we know Veronica's going to have a nice surprise for her, because all the vicious things she said to Veronica. So Veronica's got a trick up her sleeve. So when she comes back around, she's going to need Jim, because she's going to have an ally so that she can go to forces and toe-to-toe with Veronica. So I definitely think they love each other. It's just one of those things where, she's just being snappy right now. She's being snappy.
What do you think, Chris? Is she being snappy, or is she, is she just really through with Jim?
Well, I think that if she had left Jim back when she was battling cancer, it would have been perfect, and it would have been accepted, and it would have been fine. But now that she's done the things that she's done, it's put them on the same level. And she put up with him cheating on her so many times, and she's in control. Her family's in control of all the money. She must love him. Why would she keep staying? So I think that there's love there. I think that she's just off her rocker right now. She's just lost it, as any mother would.
I think Catherine has been off her rocker. I think Catherine sat on her rocker and broke it. Okay? And and this is why I say that. Because Catherine, Catherine had made a comment, last season, I think it was, she had made the comment that she's only with Jim. She's keeping Jim around. She's never going to let Jim go because she wants Jim to stay there and pay for cheating on her and the things that, marrying her basically for her money and her father's wealth. I think that right there is just ridiculous. It's like those people who say, I eat because you called me fat. So I got fat because you called me fat. Like what? I told you know what I mean? I told you were fat or you were getting bigger, so you ate just because I said it, you decided to get bigger. That's a problem. That's an issue. And so, again, I think Catherine has an issue, and I don't think she's ever going to let go of Jim. I think that Catherine would not know what to do if she let go of Jim. And here's the reason why I say that, you guys. I think Catherine is with Jim because Jim is familiar to her, not just because of the length of time that they've been married, not just because they had children together, not just because he was her high school sweetheart and she was his high school come-up. That's not the reason. I think Jim is familiar to Catherine because Catherine sees her father in Jim. What kind of man could her father have been? Because the father was sleeping with Veronica. So, you have to think about it. If Catherine's father slept with Veronica, right, It's the equivalent of Candace sleeping with Jim.
Right.
So she basically chose a man that's just like her father. She ain't going nowhere, and Jim ain't going nowhere. So now that I brought you all to a swift silence on that, now that I have Chris completely silent over there in Tennessee, we're going to talk about that doggone Keita and her little henchman that has Wyatt sprung out while they test out the springs on his bed in his new loft. So tell me what you think about Keita's kidnapping of Wyatt, Chris.
I think that, that's a whole different level of crazy, that girl. I mean, her brother's dead, and I'm pretty sure she's almost aware of it now, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I just don't understand how does a white guy pull in the all-black neighborhood and roll down the window and just say, can I get some blow? In what world does that happen? I just don't understand any of that. I think I told you I was born in Louisiana. In a black neighborhood, I was in a white child. And when white people come into an all-black neighborhood, we are a little more questionative instead of just like, yeah, I know where you can get some drugs. So he just drives in and it's like in a fancy car and asks where drugs are, and they're like, oh, we got you, come on. And then he lets them in his car and takes them back to his house. Why didn't he just drive to a police station? That's just a whole level that Wyatt should have died. She should have died when he OD'd. There's no reason for him to be on the show. His parents are going to jail. We don't need him on the show. They're going to have to film the next season at prison. We don't even need Wyatt.
Wow.
Or am I wrong?
I agree. No, I agree. What do you think, number two?
Yeah, I mean, Wyatt at this point can go to rehab in Tahiti for all I care. Because, I mean, it's just kind of like, okay, so why are you here again? And he doesn't have, like, a real tie to anyone on the show other than Jeffrey. And if you're not going to put the two of them together, which I definitely don't think that they should be, then he needs to either clean it up and do what he needs to do and become a diabolical villain like his mom and his father and work with them, or he needs to find someone that he can grow with and do something else with, because this him and Jeffrey thing, it's just kind of wearing me thin. So he's got to go clean up his act. He's got to legitimately clean up his act, get off the drugs, get a clear mind, and if you're going to be walking around here with all this money, you don't need to be driving up to random neighborhoods asking about random things. So he has to get it together. I mean, he's, enough with him. Enough with him.
Wow.
I want him dead, too.
Like, we all want him dead. No clean up your act, just die. He already went to rehab. It didn't work out. He got out of rehab, got drunk that night. We remember, I saw it. There's no helping him. He got stupid money. That's what we call stupid money. That's where you got so much money, you don't even know what to do, and you just do stupid stuff. He has stupid money now. He just needs to go.
Well, Chris, after he was sprawled out over that bed for 13 hours, not breathing, presumably not bleeding, I wanted him dead then. I did not want him to come back. When they revitalized that character, I was like, really? Really? They're going to resuscitate him? And,
right.
But if he's going to stay, here's what I'd like to see. If he's going to stay, I'd love to see him actually really begin to have feelings for Jeffrey. And then there'd be kind of this tug of war between him and Justin for Jeffrey's heart. And where now Wyatt would actually have somebody to contend with, so that him and Justin, trade insults and things when they see each other in public. So you have this cop who has the law on his side, and then you have Wyatt who has money and power on his side. And it would be interesting to have the little frail Jeffrey caught in between the two.
And that would put the families even more so at each other, because Veronica ain't having a gay son.
Well, she ain't having it.
Yes.
Right. And Catherine, I think Catherine would be more accepting to the gay son. So that would put Veronica and Catherine even more so at each other's throats.
Oh,
Right.
yeah, definitely.
Now, Jim wouldn't like it. So Jim would probably scheme with Veronica against it, which will really make good TV, behind Catherine's back. But meanwhile, David and Catherine would not have a problem with it. I think Catherine would just be happy that Wyatt is alive and sober. And if Jeffrey is the means to him being sober, then so be it. So be it.
I think Veronica would then try to get Wyatt killed. I think, again, she would try to have him killed.
So look, and that might be the case. But before we, let's kind of move off of the killing and let's get on to the birthing. Yeah, birthing. Okay. That thing that's sitting up in Veronica's house talking about she getting ready to marry Jeffrey. Why is Melissa still on the show?
No.
I forget about her all the time until she shows up. And then I'm like, oh, yeah, I forgot her. And why is she showing?
Yeah, she's pregnant.
I don't know.
She real brave, though, staying in that house with Veronica. I would not be sleeping in that house.
She's very brave, and I'd like to know. Well,
you like crazy people.
But is her father still in a coma?
I don't know. I mean, if you owe Veronica money, I guess you just got to do whatever she say. I know I would. If anything Veronica said, I'd be like, yes, ma'am.
So you're saying if the father's in a coma, just stay in a coma? Stay in a coma? I'm going to stay right here in this coma until y'all work that out.
Well, I'm just saying that Veronica's crazy and I do whatever she said. If Veronica say you go marry my son, you going to have his baby pregnant or not, I'll be in there pretending I'm having a baby.
So, look, war is out, you guys. War is out, okay? And he's coming for Candace. Now, what did you guys think of the scene where Benny arrives at the hotel, meets Candace in the lobby, and he literally goes off on her in public? Guy number 2, weigh in. What did you think about that scene?
That was just ridiculous. I think that, we know in real life security would have been there after the first 2 seconds of Benny going in on Candace in that hotel lobby. But I think here, we're definitely seeing Benny's passion. We're definitely seeing how he's, reacting to the fact that things are just going the way that they're going. But he should have come in there, blazing saddles, saying, look, I'm getting you out of here because war's coming after you. Cut all the other stuff and just go for the jugular, because that's the only way to get Candace's attention. I know you're upset with her because she didn't come through. He lost the house. He lost the tow yard. Mitch is now in jail. Everything is crazy and upside down. But if you were legitimately coming in to save your sister, hit her with the hammer. Hey,
hit him with the
war's coming. We gotta go. We gotta go. Let's roll. We're out of here. But Benny has his way, and we understand that Benny has his, he's got his little nuances. We saw, a lot of his struggles and, that interaction he had with War when they were over at his tow yard. So we know that Benny is challenged in that area. But I definitely think that he needs to just kind of take the ball and run with it. If you're going to lead and do it 100%. This 98, 97 is not going to work. You got to run with it. You got to take the ball and you got to run it. So,
wow. I thought it was just too much. It was like, you know what it was like? It was like a man in a store, trying to steal a loaf of bread. And someone calls in law enforcement and they send a tank. They send a military tank into the corner bodega to get a man who's trying to steal a loaf of bread, or a woman who's trying to get a loaf of bread. I mean, it was just too much. Benny went in there and told everything in public, and I was surprised that they didn't show people with their cell phones out recording, the events, surrounding that conversation. And I think maybe later on it will come out, because he literally confessed to so much. He literally told on her. He told everything that she did. So if this doesn't come up, enough to, to have her arrested, I don't know what it is. What do you think, Chris?
I think that Benny is just at his wit's end, and he's not thinking. And we all know he's hot-headed and just blurts out anything at the mouth. And you got to remember, even though I love her, Hannah's been in his ear for a while, just
like
hammering him how horrible Candace is. Now, let me repeat. I agree with Hannah. I believe Candace is horrible. But, he's hearing that over and over and over, and now he's furious, and he doesn't care who sees it. I agree he should have been like, we got to go, and he could have raised all that heck in the car. He didn't have to do it in front of all those people. I think that's going to come back to bite them both in the butt later.
I think it is, too. And like you said, Hannah has been in his ear like wax, okay, like earwax.
Right.
And now she's kind of stuck in it. And I think that's all he's hearing in his head while he's screaming at his sister. And yes, he should be disappointed because he went and went and settled in his butt and got used to the seats in that house and the toilet in that house and the bed in that house. And now the house is out from under him, snacks out from under his feet, and so is the his little business, his towing business. He should be upset, and I'm not saying that he shouldn't. What I am saying, though, is even you being upset, and while you might go off somewhere out in public when someone challenges you, she wasn't really challenging him. She wasn't yelling and she wasn't screaming, and I think that he should have took a different route because it is going to come back to bite them in the butt. I want to know really quickly, you guys, before we close out, I want to ask you guys, what do you think is going to happen to Keita being in that house? Because Wyatt has grabbed his phone, okay, and he's dialing someone. He's calling someone, and I believe it's Jeffrey. But what do you think is going to happen? Is someone going to come over and catch Keita and her henchmen in the house? Or will they actually take Wyatt to the ATM like they planned and drain his account? What do you think, Adam?
I think that they're going to definitely try to take him and transport him to get the money. But I see something happening along the way that's going to distract Keita because she's definitely going to get the news that, her brother is definitely dead because that's all over the news. And I think once they get that information, they're probably going to either leave Wyatt alone or some third party is going to miscellaneously show up and kind of rescue Wyatt from himself. We already know it's not going to be Jeffrey, so I don't know who that mysterious third party would be, but it could be somebody that would recognize him, maybe his former drug dealer who just left the house. Maybe he'll see him. I don't know. But I definitely think he's going to get distracted, and she's going to get pulled in another direction, and it might end up leading with her being framed and being in jail. You never know.
That's what needs to happen. What do you think, Chris?
Yes.
I think they're going to see it on the news that her brother's dead, and then she will use Jeffrey. She'll use Wyatt to get to Jeffrey and Candace. Because we both know that even though he won't save him, Jeffrey won't save Wyatt, we both know that he loves Wyatt, and he will try. And they will blackmail to get Candace from Jeffrey. I think that's what I want.
You know what? And that might be the case. So both of you bring up some really valid points. Here's what I think. I think that she's going to find out. I think she's going to slip up. She's going to get messy when she finds out that her brother is dead. She's going to get upset. She's going to want to go out on the scene. I think one of the things that's going to happen is when they find out that there's a connection between Jeffrey and Wyatt, however, that's when things are going to really blow over. Like, they're going to have to let Wyatt go. Because I know for a fact that Keita does not want to mess with Veronica's son. When she find out that Jeffrey is Veronica's son, oh, no.
Mm-hmm.
No, man.
Oh, yeah.
No, man. Now,
that's right.
Look,
she's scared of her.
Ran up on her. Exactly. She done ran up on her already and slapped her in front of her crews.
At the jail.
She slapped her on her block, on the porch. She slapped her. She said, listen here, you little rat. She said, listen here. Okay, you better not mess up my plan because I got a plan. Okay, now here's the thing, you guys, very quickly before we close out. We saw on the preview for next week, actually for this week coming, Jim is meeting up with Veronica. I guess they were outside of Candace's house somewhere, or maybe on some dead-end street, but he's leaning against the car, and he has his shirt open and pulled down, and he's leaning back like he's about to do a, you know who he's leaned over that car like? Leaning over that car like, Stacey Dash. Republican sprawled out over that car. Trying to seduce Veronica. What do you guys think Jim is up to? Guy number 2, weigh in. And I want you to weigh in, Chris, and then we're going to close out.
I'm sorry, I don't know. But it's going to be diabolical. I can just believe it's going to be diabolical. I don't know. But it's going to be good. It's going to be good. We just have to wait to see. It's going to be good. It's going to be really good.
Chris, what do you think?
I don't have any clue what he's doing. I was dumbfounded. I spit my Dr. Pepper when I saw it. I don't know what's going on. He was saying the fact that like he wanted her. I just don't understand.
I see him laid out across that car. I said, wait a minute, Jim. Wait a minute. And, Veronica is not the one for him to be trying to seduce.
No,
Veronica,
it would never happen.
It would never happen. Veronica does no, ma'am. No, ma'am. That he
not even if we went all the way. Not even if we went all the way back when he was on like the Dukes of Hazzard. No, it just wouldn't happen. No, because she likes him younger.
But here's the thing. Chris. It wouldn't. She's gonna mess around with Veronica and thinking he's seducing her, and she's gonna turn into Veronica Bobbitt on him. She will turn Jim loose out there by that car and leave a little bit of him on the road.
That woman is a Chanel bag of crazy. A whole Chanel bag of crazy.
I love her. Look, and did you see the way she was walking over to him? Did you guys see the way she was sauntering over to him to that car? All I heard was I was like, y'all better stop messing with her.
She plays that well.
She does. Kudos to the entire cast of Tyler Perry's Have and Have Nots. It was a stellar episode, and we look forward to seeing what you guys bring us next week. I think we are like 2 shows out from the finale, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think we're 2 shows out. Right. So this is like next week Tuesday, and the week after. I'm telling you, I'm not answering the phone. No one better knock on the door. Don't ring the bell. If I hear dogs barking, because my neighbors have dogs, if I hear dogs barking, I'm slinging chocolate out the window, you guys. I'm telling you, it's chocolate everywhere.
Oh, that's awful. Stop.
I'm throwing chocolate in the shape of dog bones. I'm telling you.
See, you're evil, too. Like those women, you're evil.
I'm going to be glued to the set to see Maleficent take down Jim and the rest of the Criers. I love it. All right, you guys, look, thank you so much for your opinions. Guy number 2, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Chris, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. I had a great time.
I'm glad you did. I did as well. And you guys who are tuned in around the world who are listening, make sure you keep tuning in. We have a whole lot more to talk about and a whole lot more opinions for you. We'll see you again next time. This is The After Show.